Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Modesty33 here, aka Crystal with a C, right back at you with another video. But if you're new to my channel, you just happen to click on welcome. I try to put out 1 to 2 videos a week. I do sit downs, reviews, reactions, vlogs. So if any of that interests you, make sure you do check out the videos, my prior videos on my channel. And if you see anything you like before you leave, make sure you subscribe. So you guys, I'm back in my mirror, back in front of you guys with another date night outfit of the night look, and another movie review. So the movie I'm actually going to be seeing tonight, and tonight is Friday, April 26, 2019. So what other movie is there to see this weekend? What other movie? Can y'all think about it? What other movie is there to really see? Okay, I didn't let y'all think about it. I done gave you a few minutes. So, but yeah, I'm going to be seeing Avengers Endgame tonight. So really excited about this, as I know a lot of other people are. So went ahead, got the tickets last night for the movie. So yeah, really excited. I'm going to be seeing the 5:30 showing, and just want to do a quick, like, date night outfit of the night look for you guys, so you can kind of see what I'm looking like on my way out to the movie. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm sorry if it's blurry and a little out of focus. This is on my phone. Please keep that in mind. So, yeah, you guys, so my hair, first of all, is a twist out. Melanin hair care was used in, this twist out. But my hair's been twisted for about a week. I've been going to the gym pretty much every day. Yay me. So yes, I've been going to the gym pretty much every day. So I don't see the point of having my hair out if it's just going to keep on shrinking up. So my hair's been twisted for about the past week. And I just untwisted it today. So this is what it's looking like. That review on Melanin hair care is going to be coming soon to you guys. I don't know when, but it is going to be coming soon. So FYI on that. So the next thing I have on is I do have my foundation on. I do have Fenty Beauty by Rihanna on my face. And I have the Pro Filter primer, and I do have the Pro Filter foundation. That is on my face. And another FYI for you, if you are a Sephora VIB Rouge member, the sale starts today for you all the way through, I think, May 6th for VIB Rouge. So if you're interested in maybe picking up some foundation, trying some things out, the sale is 20% off. So that is a really good deal. Make sure you do stock up on things that you're low on or that you ran out of for that sale. So I am going to be coming to you guys later on with an unboxing and just kind of telling you some things that I did end up getting from the sale, but I haven't actually made my order yet. So I'll be coming to you guys with that later on. So that was just, another caveat out there. But yeah, that's what I'm wearing on my face. As far as my lips are concerned, I'm wearing Christian Louboutin. The color is So Tango. This is like my favorite lipstick color. It's always my go-to if I don't know what to wear, especially with the spring summer coming up, with it being a brighter color. But it's really been my year-round color since I bought it. So this is like definitely my favorite color of my favorite lipstick in general, but definitely my favorite Christian Louboutin color. This one and then Roca Coat are definitely my two favorites. Glasses are Kate Spade. I don't know if I ever talked about this, but I got these glasses back in January because I get a new pair of glasses essentially every year. I can either do glasses or contacts. Chose glasses. These are Kate Spade's, and they have hearts all over them, little red hearts. So they're really cool. Eyeshadow, I have Kylie Cosmetics, the Burgundy palette. I'm almost out of that palette, and I love the colors in that palette. So if you guys have any palette recommendations, put them in the comments below. I am looking for possibly a new palette, soon to come. So we'll see about that. But that's what I have on my eyes. Earrings are these earrings I always talk about. They are from the World Natural Hair Show that I went to a few years ago in Atlanta. So that's where these earrings are from. Still love them, still wear them, as you can see. So this necklace right here, which is like essentially a long pearl necklace. This came from either Claire's or Icing. And coming down, this right here that I have on is actually a romper. Let me kind of pan down for you guys. So yeah, this is a romper. And actually, you guys, I made this like about 2 or 3 years ago when I was sewing. I haven't sewn anything in a long time, but yeah, I did used to sew. I did sew this from a pattern. I still have the pattern, so I probably could make another one. But yeah, I really love this. Sewed this myself. So I'm really proud of that. So just thought I would put that on and wear that out tonight. So it's very, light and flowy. And of course, the bottom flares out. So yeah, made this. The shirt I'm wearing underneath is just like, again, like a little tee or a little, what do you call it? I forget the names of things. I don't know why, but just like a little undershirt, little under t-shirt or whatever under this. And it's from New York and Company. This blazer here is from JCPenney's. I think the brand is Worthington. So yeah, I got this from JCPenney's. The belt, this is a belt I got from New York and Company. I bought this like 2 weeks ago just to get a new belt. So it has a little silver detailing on it. So really like that. My handbag, you've seen it, you know it, you know it. So it is my Chanel Jumbo in caviar leather, silver hardware. That's what I'm wearing out tonight. It is my date night bag. And what else? As far as shoes, panning down, these are just some little flip-flops, and I'm pretty certain they're from New York and Company. I did get my toes done today and my nails, so we're going to pan back up. And I'm going to tell you just a little bit about it. So these are my nails, you guys. Again, I'm sorry, I'm trying to focus as I'm talking. But yeah, these are my nails, and I did get them kind of shaped up into this this shape here. I think my friend called it like a coffin shape. I'm not well versed in nails, so, you know, but that's what she called it. So I do have 2 accent nails, and then this is just like a really beautiful yellow. It's different from the other yellow I had because the other yellow was kind of brighter. This one is a little deeper, but I really love it. I think it's called the Beanies or the Beanies or something. I don't know. I really can't say, so I do apologize. But this is dip polish, so it does last a very long time. So, you know, your nails grow out, but the color doesn't really come off. So that's really cool. I love, love, love this color and love, you know, the new shape. So that's really cool. So panning back up, I'm going to show you guys again, just like what the lipstick looks like. And I do want to show you the perfume I do have on as well. So let me get that. Okay guys, so I'm back. So this is the lipstick, what the Christian Louboutin lipstick looks like again. This is the packaging on it. If I take off, I'm sorry, I just dropped. Okay, let's try that again. So this is a Christian Louboutin lipstick. This is what the packaging looks like. It does come with like a little string if you want to like hang it around your neck or something like that. I don't do that, so I just took the strings off. If I take the lid off, this is, and yeah. Thing just flew. This is how much of the Sotango I have left. And again, this is my favorite color. And it is Christian Louboutin. I don't know if it will. There we go. So that's what it looks like up close and personal. So it's like a really pretty bright color. It does stay on. Like when I eat, it does stay on. You do have to, you know, reapply it. It's like a velvet matte is the formula. So that's what I have on my lip. Okay, and as far as the perfume, I have this Louis Vuitton sample perfume that I got back when I got my Palm Springs Mini. I'm sorry, I'm trying to focus you guys, and it's not working with me, but it's like the Attrape Revs. It's almost focusing. Okay, come on, come through. There we go. Yes, Jesus. So it's like the Attrape Revs. Hopefully you guys can see that. But I just sprayed it today because I think this is the newer one from Louis Vuitton. I remember smelling this last year when they kind of came out with it. I think them bottles are like $250 if I'm not mistaken. But I believe if you take it back and refill it, then it's like $180 or something. I don't know. I just kind of like saw that on somebody's video. But this would definitely be one I would think of seriously consider purchasing. I just sprayed it on and it is like intoxicating. It is fire. It is absolute fire. And yeah, this is everything right here. I have 2 others and I haven't smelled those yet, but I can kind of do a like perfume sample review of these 3 if you guys are interested and let you know my favorite, what I would recommend and what I would probably end up buying. But yeah, that's what perfume I do have on now. Okay guys, so that's it for my outfit of the night. I am going to be going out shortly for the movie, so just want to show you that quick outfit of the night, and hopefully you guys did enjoy that. You did like that. And I will be back to you in the next clip. It's going to be my review of Avengers Endgame. All 3 hours and 2 minutes, you guys. So I'm super duper excited, and I will see you with that review in the next clip. And I hope you guys enjoy the movie too if you go out and see it tonight or this weekend as well, and be safe out there. So I will see you guys later on in the next clip with a great review, hopefully. All right, bye guys. Hey guys, welcome back to this portion of the video. This is going to be my review of Avengers Endgame. I keep thinking in my head Infinity War, but then I'm glad that I just said out of my mouth Endgame, because the two movies, yeah, they're so tied. I'm so used to saying both of them to where it's hard sometimes to remember. But yeah, last night I did go see Avengers Endgame, and I am going to be coming to you right now with the second portion. And the first portion I did my date night outfit of the night, and just kind of what maybe I might have said what some of my expectations were, but here I've already seen the movie, so I'm going to be talking about whether the movie really met or exceeded my expectations, and tell you about some things I liked and things that I didn't so much love about the movie. So this is going to be a spoiler review, so if you've not seen the movie, make sure you guys really go out and see it. If you saw Infinity War, you definitely have to see Endgame just to see how it concludes. And yeah, you just definitely need to see it. Good or bad, indifferent, you definitely need to see it. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and talk about, again, some things that I really loved about the movie. And I do have my notes here because I did just want to stay on track, stay focused, and just kind of give you, you know, my reasons and rationale, and just, again, some things that I saw in the movie that maybe there are some things I didn't quite understand. So because I've only seen the movie once, so if you know, I don't follow comic books and know kind of the lore of some of this stuff. So if you guys kind of like, you know, listen to some of the things I liked and didn't like or didn't understand, and you're like, oh well, no, that made sense because this and this and this, if you could just respectfully just kind of put in the comments below, I'm more than happy to, you know, receive that response from you guys, because again, some things you do watch at one time, you don't catch everything. So I definitely will admit that for myself. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. But the first thing, I'm going to first talk about things I loved about the movie. And I will just be honest with you guys. And the reason I actually wrote everything down is because it just helped me to organize my thoughts, because I did leave the movie last night feeling some kind of way. I'm not going to lie, because I do tend to be a very nitpicky person as it relates to movies. And so sometimes I will be more critical about a movie, and then I have to sit and marinate on it for a little bit, and then just kind of look at, okay, well, what are things that were done right, and what were things that I didn't so much like or I didn't understand. So once I did that, I really saw that, you know, the things I loved about the movie definitely outweighed the things that I didn't like about the movie. So in that case, you know, if you're here for the recommendation of the movie, I definitely highly recommend you see it, because it was a very well done movie. So as far as the things I loved about the movie, let's go down the list, you guys. So I love the fact that you can still feel the after effects of like what happened in Infinity War, and you saw the impact on all of our characters. We kind of picked right back up after, you know, the Thanos snap, and after everybody dusted away, or not everybody, but you know, 50% of the population. So you have Tony and Nebula who are in space together, and essentially like they're kind of on their last bit of provisions. Tony, they did a really good job of making Tony look like he looked emaciated, he looked malnourished, dehydrated, he definitely looked very sickly and ill, and he's like making a message for like Pepper, it sounds like. And so, you know, essentially you have that go on, and they're just kind of floating in space. And then you have Captain America who comes and actually saves them. And then when they get back to Earth, it's just kind of this whole thing of like, okay, well, what do we do now? And Captain America, or Carol, she's just pretty much like, well, yeah, now I stopped Thanos. And then so they go and, you know, look for Thanos. And the other thing I liked about the movie was that, okay, Thanos is like, he done retired to Middle Earth. Like, that's what it looked like. He done retired to Middle Earth. He living in a hole under the ground in Hobbiton. You know, he over here picking potatoes and about to, you know, boil some stew and chill out with his life. He looks definitely like not the force of nature that we saw in the first movie. He definitely looks like he's in retirement. Like he's limping. He looks very burnt, very injured. And so essentially, like, they're trying to, you know, the remaining Avengers go and try to recover the Infinity Stones from Thanos. And he tells them that he essentially used the stones to destroy the stones, is what I gauge from it anyway. And so there's no, doing another snap and, returning everything back to the way it was. And so then Thor like cuts off his head, and it's kind of funny because it's that whole thing like from the Infinity War movie where a lot of people say, well, how come Thor didn't just aim for the head? So he makes that remark and he's like, yeah, this time I aim for the head. And so, and you definitely see, again, going back to the fact that you see the impact that this all has on the characters, you definitely saw that, especially like with Thor and Natasha. Thor in a big way, like because Thor let himself go. He done got a beer belly. Like, he definitely isn't taking care of himself, and he took everything. Like, Thor probably had the most losses of these, films and all that. He lost his brother Loki. He lost, of course, his father, his mother. He lost most of Asgard. So even the little remnant that remains, like, it's still like a shadow of the former glory that Asgard was. So, Thor has lost a lot, so it's really taking a heavy toll on him. Heavy again. But it's taking a really, it's taking a toll on him. We'll just say that. And then the other thing too is that, so I just talked about the first few things. The other thing is that they really committed to the finality of, the loss of the characters with the 5-year time jump, because then you had that whole thing, they killed Thanos, and I was kind of like, okay, well, where are we going from here? Because Thanos is supposed to be this force of nature. He's this formidable foe. And then they killed Thanos. So I'm like, okay, so is the whole rest of the movie just going to be about trying to get the people back? And then you have the 5-year time jump. And I'm like, okay, so they really invested in this thing. Like, okay, the 5-year time jump where you see that, Captain America is doing a support group, for the survivors, and, people are trying to move forward from what happened. You have Tony has married Pepper, and they have a little girl. So that's really cool. You see how Tony's moved on and really like, pieced his life back together from everything that happened. But, everyone else wasn't so fortunate. And then like you enter in Ant-Man into the situation, because actually, and I want to say this too, I did not watch the last Ant-Man movie, so I'm not really well versed with what has gone on with him. I don't even really remember the first movie. But I've been meaning to watch the second movie. I never did watch it, so I don't really know the journey that Ant-Man has taken. But he's just found in the back of a van. He comes in and starts talking about this quantum theory as far as time travel and, kind of where he's been, what he's been doing. And, he discovers his daughter, who is 5 years older. And he's like, well, what is going on? What has happened here? So you have that going as well. So I really did like that, to where it wasn't just like a quick fix, or like, people, you could really again see how the morale was down in a lot of people, because again, nobody just really popped back up and was like, yeah, let's go ahead and we're going to find a way, we're going to do this. Like, the morale was definitely very low. You've got Natasha, who's trying to run this operation for, again, all the survivors. And, I'll go to a few things I don't like. Let me just go ahead and get that out the way. Like, and again, it's nitpicky. It's very small. It's minor. What happened to Natasha's hair? Like, I understand. It's like Natasha and Carol Danvers' hair. Maybe y'all like that. I don't know. It just was a qualm of mine. I was like, okay, so Captain Marvel had time to do this little boy cut on her hair. And then Natasha ain't had no time to dye her roots. Like, to dye her hair all the way red, cut that blonde out. Like, what happened here? Like, what really happened? So, that just, like little things like that really vex me. And it's, again, like I said, it's just me. It's not a big thing. Y'all might have loved Natasha's hair. Y'all might have loved Carol Danvers' hair. I didn't love that cut that Carol Danvers did. I didn't love that grow out of them roots or whatever that Natasha did. I'm like, you better than this, Natasha. Get your hair right. You know what I'm saying? We got a 3-hour movie. Get your hair right, girl. But they committed to it. Again, they committed to it. So anyway, those are just a few things. The other one was that I loved about it was the jump through time, which really allowed you to go down memory lane with our characters and see where they've been. Like, we go to the first Avengers movie. We go to, like, I think Winter Soldier. Yeah, like, you had like a lot of those characters. So you got to see, even though everybody did not come back as far as the 5-year time jump, you did see a lot of the characters in the past, and I thought that was really cool how they got those same characters to pick up those roles just thought that was really, really cool, and how they essentially went back to different movies in the MCU and kind of met their former selves, or, you know, met their, even like met other people who had an influence on their lives, like, you know, later on down the line. So I just thought that was really, really cool as far as the time jump. So it wasn't just a time jump to pick up the Infinity Stones. Like, it was like, you know, seeing their former selves. So that was really cool as well. I did love the Hulk Banner hybrid, which I thought was really cool, how Bruce and the Hulk essentially merged. And I just really loved that throughout the movie. That was really cool. I love Cork and Meek. I thought Cork and Meek died on the ship. Listen, those are my favorite characters from Thor Ragnarok, was Cork and Meek. Cork and Meek was around there like playing a little video game. I think somebody said it was Fortnite. I ain't familiar with that, but like they were playing a little video game. I thought it was so cool. I love Cork and Meek. They just were everything. I really wish they were fighting in the final battle as well. I would have loved to see more of them. I love them. So I was so happy to see them, that they lived. The other thing I really loved was that Tony got to have a very well-rounded story in this film. And like, he got closure as far as meeting his dad in the 70s and just really being able to have that time with his dad and kind of talk to him. So I thought that was really cool. Like, you know, out of all the characters in the movie, I really felt like Tony just got so much of a well-rounded, like full circle story. So I really love that. I love the most that, what I did love the most about this too was the fact that the Marvel Universe started in 2008 with Iron Man. Even though, let me tell y'all something, I never liked Iron Man. And I'm not talking about as far as like, I just never liked Iron Man. I never liked the movie. I did like Iron Man 3. I liked Iron Man after the first Avengers movie. And I think maybe a lot of people didn't like Iron Man after that, like Iron Man 3. Because I actually liked Iron Man 3. I think a lot of people didn't like Iron Man 3. I think a lot of people liked Iron Man, the first one. A lot of people didn't like the second one, and they subsequently didn't like the third movie. But I actually liked Iron Man 3. Was like my favorite Iron Man movie. But other than that, like as a character, I never really liked Iron Man. So when Iron Man came out in 2008, everybody was feeling it. I wasn't feeling it. I never liked Iron Man. So, but I thought that it was really cool, like the whole misdirect thing, I guess, because, and let me come up a little bit, y'all, because I feel like I'm just kind of like, my mouth is on the bottom of the screen. I'm sorry, y'all. But, like, I really like the whole misdirect thing, because I like the fact that they made it seem like at the end of Infinity War that Captain Marvel was going to be the one to defeat Thanos. But really, it was Tony. And Tony was, you know, this was the first movie in the MCU in 2008 was Iron Man. And essentially, like, this is his full story this is his story come full circle, and how he sacrificed himself to bring all these people back. And, you know, again, how it began with him and it ended with him, essentially. And he truly was the hero of the MCU. So I thought that was really, really cool. That's what I really loved the most about this movie. So, you know, again, spoiler alert, Tony Stark dies. But it was just done so very well. And I guess Captain Marvel was important in the sense that, you know, if she had not, you know, been in the picture, then Tony wouldn't have been saved from space, and he wouldn't have been able to, you know, figure out this whole quantum theory, everybody go back in time. You know, it was really a combination of like Tony and Ant-Man. You know, Ant-Man came up with the idea, but Tony was, of course, the brains behind it to actually put it in place, because even Bruce Banner couldn't figure it out. So Tony really drove all of this, you know, into existence as far as all of this, you know, coming together, and ultimately sacrificed himself, you know, for the cause. So I thought that was the coolest thing out of everything with the movie. Very well done as far as his story was concerned. I also love that Thanos was just as imposing in this movie as he was in the last movie, because then you have Thanos from the past who finds out what happens in the future, and then he goes ahead and, you know, like uses Nebula, you know, who at that time was very devoted to Thanos, loved Thanos, all that, and uses Nebula to essentially, you know, find the Infinity Stones that the, you know, remaining Avengers are trying to gather so that they can, you know, reverse all the effects of the snap that Thanos did. So, but after, like, when Thanos kind of came and they bombed the whole Avengers building, like, man, Thanos he held it down. You dealing with Thanos in his prime now. And I just love the casting, the everything as it related to Thanos. I thought Thanos was like the coolest villain like ever. Like Thanos is just, he bombed.com. He was worth the 21, 22 MCU movies to get to Thanos. Thanos is bomb. I'm sorry. I don't care what nobody say, Thanos is bomb. So I really love that he was still a threat in this movie. Like even, you know, again with the time jumps and all of that, like they still ultimately, it still ended with Thanos. So I thought that was really cool. Now the one thing, now those are all the things I loved about the movie. Let me talk about a few things I didn't love about the movie. And I already kind of talked about one. The one thing I didn't really like was that, again, it was just, again, a little bit misleading, I guess. And I just, you know, talked about it, you know, a few minutes ago, but it's a little misleading as far as, you know, they built up this whole thing with Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel's going to make the difference. She's going to kill Thanos or whatever. Like all these things that were said about Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel ain't hardly had too much to do in the movie. I'm just being real honest, in my opinion. Like her biggest contribution to me was saving Tony Stark, so Tony Stark could later, you know, sacrifice himself to bring all the people back. And then to kill Thanos and like half of, you know, his army. So, well, really it was Hulk that did the snap that brought the people back. And then Tony did the snap when he got the Infinity Stones, in order to kill Thanos and his army. So, you know, in that sense, yeah, it was Hulk and you know, it was Bruce and, Tony who really saved the day. So, yeah, with that, like, again, it just kind of made Captain Marvel out to be like, yeah, she gonna do this, that, and the other, but she didn't really do all that. So, you know, to me, that was kind of like a misdirect. She didn't have as much of a contribution as it was made out to seem that she would, that she was gonna be the game changer, and really she wasn't. So that was kind of one of the things to me. Let's see, I talked about their hair that I didn't like. Okay, what else? I don't know the whole thing about, I guess, like, I watched a few reviews about the whole thing with Thor's hammer and Captain America being able to wield it. I just thought the timing was kind of convenient. I don't know. I was like, okay, like, so now, you know, Captain America can use Thor's hammer. I'm like, well, like, I don't know. It's kind of like, I don't like to see people using Captain America's shield. So, like, you know, Captain America being able to use Thor's hammer, I was like, that's kind of Thor's signature. Like, I know he has the other axe thing. I think that's called Stormbreaker, but still, like, I didn't really too much love that. I think that's a callback to Avengers 2 when he almost moved the hammer. I don't remember what the hammer's called, but, you know, I didn't love that. I'm just gonna be honest. The other thing, hey, I'm sorry, I was in the middle of saying something, and this is probably going to be a re-record over what I was previously saying, so that, yeah, because the phone fell from the tripod, that's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, like, I don't want y'all to see the face plant of my, you know, hardwood floor, so we're going to go ahead and probably cut that portion, and then I'm going to kind of talk about it again here. But what I was saying is that with the time jump of 5 years, and like, again, we see that the people who did not dust away, they, you know, are 5 years older, of course. Like you see, Ant-Man, his daughter is 5 years older, right? So, in the end, we see Peter back at high school with his friends. So, and he's going back to class and all that, but Peter dusted away. So, do you mean to tell me that all of Peter's friends dusted away? Because we have Far From Home coming out in July, correct? And, you know, Peter is going on this European trip or whatever. That's supposed to be the premise of Far From Home. I don't want to get too far into that. But my point in saying that is that, okay, so you mean to tell me all of Peter's friends dusted away and then they all just went back to high school? Like none of them remained? Because if any of them remained, they would be 5 years older, right? So like your whole graduating class and all that is different now because like the people you're supposed to be in school with are now 5 years older than you. Like they've gone to college. I don't know. That's a minor detail, I guess. But that's what I was kind of thinking. Like, okay, like, so you mean to tell me MJ, Ned, all them people like that we see in Far From Home, all of them dusted away? I mean, it's possible. But I'm like, okay, that's kind of convenient that all of them dusted away. And then they all go back to high school together. you know, and nobody's 5 years older. So I wonder if they're going to address that in Far From Home, that like, yeah, you know, we were in class with so-and-so, but you know, they just kind of moved on because it's been 5 years. So we were supposed to be in the same graduating class, but yeah, they're in college now. So we missed a whole 5 years. So, so yeah, like I wonder if that's going to be a thing, but that's what I was kind of thinking about. Okay. The other thing I didn't really like is that, you know, Thor left the Asgardians and put Valkyrie in charge. How come he didn't put Kork and Meek in charge? Like, I wasn't cool with that either. So, like I said, nitpicky things, you know, how my mind works. But again, overall, I loved Avengers Endgame. I thought it was just really well done. I did love too, I didn't mention that, but I love the end of Captain America's story, how he went back in the past to return the Infinity Stones, and he stayed in the past and married Peggy Carter and developed a life with her. I thought that was really cool because we know Captain America been holding the torch for Peggy Carter for a hot minute and he never got over her. So the fact that he was able to go back in the past and live a full life with her, like, that's really, really cool. So, you know, we didn't lose Captain America to death. We lost Tony to death, but it felt like completion for Tony. And it definitely felt like completion for Captain's story as well, because that's what he always wanted. So he passed the torch to Falcon. And now we will, you know, any movies, I guess, in the future, that's kind of the direction it's going to go in. And that was one more thing I didn't like. I didn't like that Cap shaved his beard because I thought he looked really cool in the first movie in Infinity War with that beard. I don't know, y'all might think differently, but Cap was killing it with that beard in Infinity War. I didn't like that he shaved that beard off. So there's cosmetic things for me. I don't know why I think this way, y'all. Cosmetic things I just didn't like. So anyway, that's pretty much it, you guys. I know this is kind of a longer review, but I just wanted to put that out there, give you a full synopsis as far as things I love, things I didn't love so much. But overall, I really love this movie. Highly recommend it. Definitely come back here. Let me know what you guys think of the movie after you've seen it. But if you enjoyed this review, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Also, make sure you do share this with anyone else who is looking for reviews for Avengers Endgame. Also, make sure you do, again, comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the movie. And most importantly, subscribe to the channel. You do that by hitting the red button below and hitting the bell next to it so you're notified when I do upload future videos. So I do upload 1 to 2 videos a week. Yeah, you guys, thank you so very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed my date night outfit of the night and this review. And I will see you in my very next video. Bye, guys.